Hi, I teach DP Film, a one-year course representing the Group 6 Arts. The aim of all subjects in Group 6 is to get the students to have a deep understanding and appreciation of the arts, become informed, reflective, and critical practitioners of the arts. Understand the dynamic and changing nature of the arts is also very important. Explore and value the diversity of the arts through time, place, and culture. Be able to express ideas with confidence and competence. Develop perceptual and analytical skills are also one of the objectives in all Group 6 subjects. Before getting to the big ideas, some of the objectives of IB Film is that students learn to understand the variety of ways that film meaning is created. They need to develop an understanding and appropriate use of film language, originality and creativity in the process of creating film from the stages beginning at conceptualization all the way through to final production. Students also need to develop the technical skills and the appropriate use of equipment in the filmmaking process. It's also very important that students develop a critical understanding of the historical, technical, cultural, geographical, institutional research and context of film from more than one country. IB Film is a fantastic subject. This is a great chance to take students outside of their box and begin the creative process of making creative film text. The IB Film course requires no prerequisites, so most students are walking in completely fresh without the understanding or use of any of technological equipment, software, or hardware. To begin to unpack these key skills, I first get the students to learn how to use the equipment appropriately and professionally, introducing them to our media lab. Next, I begin to incorporate individual film elements, starting with camera angles, showing them the top 30 most common camera angles found in today's cinema. I then move them on to the importance of diegetic and non-diegetic sound that is picked up by the camera and sound that is created in the studio. To help students gain an understanding of these two important film elements, I give them prescribed films or short clips highlighting individual angles or use of diegetic, non-diegetic sound, and I also give them mini projects so that they can actually show their understanding by putting it into filmmaking. One way that I do that is a project that I call Project Fear, requiring students to get into small groups to create a 1-minute film using only 2-second clips or shots to then convey the meaning of film and create fear. This is also a great chance to get the students into the studio and begin using the software Final Cut Pro and learn how to make their own edits and create shortcuts so the students can be very selective of the clips that they use. One of the more difficult aspects of IB Film is to understand the various film focuses. Now, there are 3 main focuses here. There are film theory, film movements, and genre and subgenre. In order to introduce the students to some of these, since they are vast, I will prescribe some films and have students fill out some templates guiding them towards questions related to that film theory or movement or subgenre. IB Film is a course for grade 11 and 12 at high school. Due to the very nature of the subject, the skills required by the students can easily be seen by the standard of previous projects and portfolios of IB students in the past. So, I show them. I show them what an A looks like. I show them what a B looks like. I don't show them what a C looks like. Through visual stimulation, the students know which standard is required from them in the collaborative project. For the comparative study and the textual analysis, through showing example papers, they see the standard and quality needed to meet an A in the IB program. If there are students that seem to struggle with meeting the requirements or not living up to the standards of IB at a high school level, I will provide students with more supplement work and also have more of a hands-on approach in terms of their practical work, and also give them guiding questions to help them with the theory and understanding of the social cultural impacts of directors' intentions or the mise-en-scene or cultural background of every film. I will give them additional support The student base is very small, usually maximum 15 students per class. So I'm able to provide that one-on-one instruction for students that really do require it. Due to the nature of the subject, I like to keep the classroom learning environment as very fun, and also allow them to be as creative as possible. And I will continue to push students so that they are not simply just recording. The process is much longer than that, and the students quickly realize that the process does not begin with just pushing the record button. Overall, it's a very fun course, and 9 times out of 10, students will be proud of their own work. And I feel that the overall big idea is that I'm trying to inspire them to create more film in the future. The power of video content is becoming ever more prevalent and very relevant in all walks of life and in many, many industries. So the application of its professional use is very obvious. I have the students see that the big picture here is that they may find this very useful, very as an entrepreneur or as part of a team in a bigger company. The nature of making film itself is also very intuitive. So the aim here is not to criticize students' work, but to show areas where they can improve and areas that deserves admiration and awards.